photographers whose work is being shown. Monica Lyons-Jones.
Hi.
Anthony Dean.
How you doing?
And I'm Nathea Lee. We are the Philadelphia Street Sounds Collective.
Basically what I have on display here is mostly stuff that I found out in the streets and walking around, because I like the streets because nothing stays the same. There's no studio stuff, you know, lighting changes, weather changes, and you just capture what's there. This was just at night, somebody was drinking a cup of coffee, and I just like the scene of the pizzeria across the street and the lighting of it. Just a cat in the doorway waiting for business. I ventured into the cemetery at night, and that's what I got there.
Which cemetery is that?
I don't actually know the name of it. It's up on my house. It's in Somerton. This is over in Fairmount Park, just a view of Center City underneath the tree branches, which I found real nice one, so I captured it. This is over Lancaster Avenue in West Philly. Just these guys that hung out in the shop. That's pretty much what they did all day, and they sat down for pictures, and one of their friends wasn't there, so I think it kind of reminds me of like when the Air Force is missing one of theirs, and they fly the man missing. So then I got this chair here, so I call that 3-1. Yeah. I don't know what she was doing, but her stuff was here, and she's looking at something in the window. You really don't see anyone crawling around on the streets shopping, but I guess that's what she was doing. This was late in the morning, so over by Independence Hall, but I like the lighting that was there.
We all have different ways of expression in articulating what that name Philadelphia Street Sounds Collective means.
This is a collection of some of the expressions or feelings of Philadelphia, of seasons, of things that are important to me in my life. I'm an ex-teacher and I train teachers in the Philadelphia School District now, and I believe that one way of encouraging children to let them know that reading is very important is to show them images of people doing it and to highlight that. So this is one of those images. Okay, and this is a self-portrait that I actually took with it was a day when I was mourning the fact that summer was leaving and felt that it was becoming cold and gray. So I sat down on the stairs and allowed the wall to be my backdrop, and hopefully you can see some of that pain of losing that season in my eye. A neighbor of mine who just gave birth to her daughter a couple of months ago, and feet are so important to stand, and so I call it supported too. She's holding the baby's feet in her hands, and I think that as long as we keep a strong foundation and we show people the beauty in the world, which is what I aim to do with my photography, that we can keep culture and keep people understanding that we're all connected, and by supporting one another, we can move further.
I love all kinds of photography, but my focus tends to be performing arts and special events. What I'm showing here today is some of the wall art that I've created from my wanderings throughout the city. This, for example, is a magnolia blossom, and it's a digitally painted print. This is a piece that I call post-show, and it's the only piece I'm showing over the weekend that actually has people in it, but they almost look like statues. They're ballet dancers who are doing a post-show talk. And then as we move down a little bit, more of the flowers that I love flowers, and so they offer so many possibilities, but you don't want to just look at a standard sort of flower. And so what I've done was to home in on the detail of the flower. I love architectural photography, and Philadelphia in particular has so many different architectural styles. This is a detail from City Hall. I was sort of wandering downtown, and I happened to look up. It was as if she called my name. I had no idea that City Hall had all of these wonderful sculptures on the perimeter. Just sort of, if you look up at City Hall, and as a photographer, you're always supposed to look up, look down, look around, look behind. You will see this.
And you know, I made this book here to showcase my jazz photography. And I got 130 images of local Philly musicians, all local people, in and out the Philadelphia area. You know, we got so much jazz going on in the area, and a lot of people know of maybe Chris's Jazz Club, but there's a lot of stuff going on that isn't actually in the club.